Whoops. Hey, everybody. We got 10 people on already. Awesome.
Yay!
Good
Hey,
morning.
everybody. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. Danielle and Justin, you all can share it to your page.
Yep, just doing that. You forward it on.
Whoops. Hey, everybody.
Did you love hearing yourself back?
I know. I'm like, whoops.
You hear it back and you're like,
Justin and I are still getting this thing together.
I hear myself back on recordings at times, and I'm just like, I sound like I'm like a 12-year-old sometimes. Like, oh boy.
All right. We have 21 people on. So, welcome, guys, to our Ask
Everybody.
Ragan and JustINSPIRE. We have a special guest today. So, we're super excited to have Miss Danielle Farley on. She is a member of our Tradera
Yeah.
community. So, we are broadcasting live to our Freedom Mindset Facebook page. That is our business community. Then we're also going live to our own pages so we can bless our own timeline with our live and not just our business community. So welcome for everybody that's tuning in. We have a really great, I should say, show. We're making this a show, right, Justin?
That's right.
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
just got to
Yes.
be on time, right?
Hey, we on God's time. So,
Exactly.
wherever He wants us, and whoever's supposed to be on here is who is supposed to be on here. So,
That's right.
you know, no worries.
All right. So, Justin, did you want to go ahead and just introduce Miss Danielle to the people? And Danielle, I want you to say a few words before we kind of dive into our topic. And our topic today, guys, is what is your victory point? So we're gonna watch a short video like we always do, super short, guys, just to get us into that mindset of what our topic is, and then we'll talk about it after it. So go ahead, Justin.
Yes. Well, first of all, Miss Danielle, thank you so much for joining us. I'm
Absolutely.
super excited. I was able to spend a little bit of time with Danielle about, when was that, like a couple months ago now, in
Was it
Atlanta.
that long ago?
I
Oh,
think so.
it's like a month and a half or something, I think. It's crazy.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
Yes.
But let me tell you guys, so to be able to spend some time with her and someone with so much experience in the whole network marketing industry, she was able to shed so much light within a short amount of time. I was able to sit down with her and ask her a couple questions and interview her, and I mean, I was just excited. Didn't want it to end because she just she was given so much knowledge and so much insight that I said everybody out here that is interested in Tradera needs to hear this information. So I'm really excited for her to be able to share with you guys her vision and things in regards to her what's motivating her to be able to be great because she is great at what she does. So I'm excited on. Let's get it on, and you guys will be able to ask her questions as well. Reagan's going to share a video as we always do, and we'll have some talking points from it. But you guys ready?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you
Let's
so
get it
much for
on.
having me. I'm so excited to be here. And I was talking with Reagan a couple of nights ago, and we were just really, we were both running for rank. That's kind of what the conversation was having. We were both pushing for it. And I just kind of started asking her a couple of questions just about her and her journey and things like that, and shared a little bit about mine. And she just kind of was like, well, hey, would you want to do a live with us? I think this would be really great to talk about. And so I am super excited. I'm super thankful. I love your guys' family so much. Like, this is your guys' family is one of the biggest blessings to my life since becoming a part of this business. Every single one of you. Megan's been amazing. Reagan, Justin, all of you guys have just been such an awesome asset to my life since I joined this company that I didn't even know would actually change my life entirely. So I just thank you guys. I'm excited about the connections, and I'm excited about our topic today.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes.
Danielle, you have blessed our lives too. Whenever I talk to you, you have such a sweet spirit. You're caring, just the epitome of what type of business partner that we want to have when we're going into business. Someone that not only cares about themselves and their own community and people that they're personally connected to, but also just everyone that you meet. I met you in Atlanta. Sorry, I got people back here talking. um, Met you in Atlanta, and your smile. I always look at people.
Gosh.
Your smile just brightens up a room. You're so um, just open and welcoming and just excited to be there and excited to be impacting lives. So I appreciate you for coming on here and just blessing us with your presence.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, and
You're
Danielle
welcome.
was responsible for getting the party started in Atlanta. So just so y'all know that.
Just they'll never let that go. I don't know if I could ever go to an event again and not be known as the girl who did the waffle in the front of the first Tradera event.
I was like, yeah, look at her. She is getting everything going, getting the crowd hype and everything. So I was like, I have to talk to her. I got to meet her and see, because there's this glow about Danielle. And then being able to sit down and talk with you, I got it. I understood, because this is, you understand that this is so much bigger than you, like the individual person, and your willingness to be able to sit down and share with somebody else, where it actually doesn't directly benefit you, but you are willing to step outside of yourself. And it's like, what do you need? If I have something, I'm going to share it with you. And I appreciate that so much, because you don't get that in the the outside world of business, and you get that within, not just within network marketing, but within this particular company. Because when you say you love our family, well, we welcome you as part of our family. So just so you know, that we appreciate you as
I
well.
know, no, I feel it. You guys have the best hearts ever. No, I'm so excited, guys. This whole thing, like I truly believe, Justin, I shared this with you before. And I actually quote you a lot from a conversation that you and I had one time. And I hit some I hit some struggles in Atlanta, right? I got stuck there for a few extra days. You were such a blessing to me and my daughter's life in that time to be there to help support us. But I'm just gonna say one of the biggest things that actually impacted me from that trip was a conversation that you and I had, where I was talking about how the enemy likes to come against you whenever you're always working through something. It seems like you keep coming against adversity. You keep having to fight the enemy off, and it's like this, that, and the other. And you really said something to me, and I quote it. I throw it all over my social media. I tell people it. I've repeated it over and over, and I always let people know who said it to me. But one of the things you said was, when you're walking in purpose, Danielle, everything's on purpose. And
Right.
when I tell you that, I mean, it just sounds like some
Wow.
words, but when you're walking through the trenches, so I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, right? As you're walking through the trenches and you're going through hard stuff and you just feel like everything's coming against you, man, you were like, I'm going to shift your mindset for a minute, Danielle. You're like, I want you to look at this from a different angle. And I've carried that with me since that day, Justin, because it's true. Everything that's come up against me, everything on the other side of it was so much brighter and so much stronger and so much more powerful. So you helped me be able to see beyond all of that. So you have no idea the impact that you made just by simple words that you shared. So again, I love
Wow.
all your family, and I do feel welcomed like a part of your family. So
Wow.
I'm
Hey,
just
what was that quote
excited.
I said again?
What was it? He said, "What's that quote?" He literally punched me in the gut with it. He really did. I was talking, and I was, how you get into just, you're like, it's just, and one thing after another, and I got, my cars got towed, and I'm stuck here, and this and that and the other. And he's like, hold up a minute. He's like, let me just hit you with a little something. He said, hands down, he said, when you're walking in purpose, everything that happens is on purpose. I mean, Dang,
That's
Okay.
powerful. You're writing that down, aren't you, Justin?
dang. It was
Yeah.
his quote, and he's got to write it down. You listen, that's when the spirit's moving in you, right? That you just say it, you don't remember you said it, but it makes a mark
Yeah.
on people's lives, and that's a gift that you have. So I'm
Don't you love
thankful to be
that
a
though?
part of
When you're like really flowing and then you're like, people are like, you said, like, I don't even remember what I
it. It
said.
wasn't me.
And and that's one thing that I love about Justin, Danielle, because he never, when you ask him something or when he is, really sharing his heart and his spirit, it doesn't come from him. Like, so whenever I'm going through things or when I was going through a lot of stuff, I'm like, Justin, because I know he's always going to give me the word. It's not going to be, let me get some advice from Justin. What do you think I should do? He would always say, he'd always go to the word and go back to give me the word and then we talk about it. So it's not like, well, Reagan, this is what I think you should do. And a lot of times people, they don't know what to do and they want to ask other people. And then if it doesn't work out, then they want to blame other people. Like,
Yes.
you told me, so I appreciate that about Justin, that he's my go-to. Him and Travis both, our older brother, Travis, same thing with him. He's going to sit down. He's not going to speak out of himself and like, just, well, this is what I think you should do, or be judgmental or anything like that. So I love that, Justin always has a smile on his face. We joke, one of our business
Great
partners,
smile. Yes.
like, all of his teeth.
Yeah, all of the teeth. All of the teeth, front and back.
Hey.
I love it though, because it's genuine. It's so genuine. You can't fake that kind of smile. Like you really can't. And that's what
Listen, this is all
people
on
say about mine.
Danielle. This is about Danielle.
No, it's about all of us because all of us hold a platform that we get to use and it's to inspire people. And that's what this is about. We're here to change people's lives together. Like when we
Absolutely.
collectively work together on the mission, like Justin's somebody who's going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Exactly.
And that's going to be more impactful than anything. And I think that's why we connected so well whenever we started interviewing, because when we were talking, he was like, whoa, she's not just speaking from herself. She's, I was speaking from things that helped me, things that guided me through stuff that if I have it inside me, I need to get it out. And this, I actually said this in the interview, I have to get it out and share it so that it makes space for me to receive more. And so, it's really powerful. How we're all being connected. I'm excited. But Reagan, let's get into it. I know we're just going on a tangent, but I'm so excited to be here.
No, that's what we do. We just talk. It's a conversation, not scripted or anything. And I love that about Justin and I being on here. And now, we're going to do the Meet the Tradera community. And that's basically what we're doing. We're meeting the Tradera community. Danielle's, one of the first people that we wanted to have on here because she's just impacting so many lives. We'll talk about that after the video that I play. I do want to look at some of the comments. Rodney Burris just sent me a message with Justin's quote.
I love it. So yeah, somebody put a message on there. When you're walking in purpose, everything is on purpose. It's so true. Justin, listen, you're going to go down in history with that quote. You watch. I'm going to say it all the time. Doesn't matter what size stage I'm on. I'm going to be like, this guy, he hit me in the gut when I needed to hear it. And it's so true. Just so you know, it's something that there's things I hold on to. And that is definitely one of them.
Yes, for sure. I was just checking some of the comments. It is on Freedom Mindset Facebook group. I'm looking at it, guys. So anybody in that group, it is on there. Can you guys hear my notifications?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out how to turn off, and then we went live, and I'm like, oh, we'll get it on
I
the
guess
next
I am
one.
live. That's all right.
I gotta flub some stuff and like have something going on, but I'll get it right. I'm learning. I do want to run through the comments really quick. Melissa Taylor, good morning. Sonia Lyles, just connected with her, didn't know she existed in the Tradera community, and she's in my organization. So I love that, that just us being out front and people connecting with us and then finding out that they're actually connected. We're all connected to each other's money, even if we're not connected to each other's money. We're connected to each other's vision, because I always talk about writing Cody and Easton's vision. Cody and Easton are our owners of Tradera. And I love it because we're always looking at young people and we want them to do great things. And some young people are not doing great things, and we tend to focus on that. So I always talk about Cody Sell and Easton Harris because they are our owners and they're 24 and 25 years old. And, and I always say, future billionaires because they are literally walking in their purpose and changing, thousands of lives at such a young age, just because they're excited about, the Forex market. They're excited about it. They want other people to learn how to trade and have that skill set. So if you're interested at all in learning how to trade, how to work from your phone, this is what we're talking about on here as well. This is how we all connected. But I always say we need to ride someone else's vision, until we can sow into our own or be our own angel investors. And that's what a lot of us are doing over here. Thousands of us, they're paying out so much in commission because it is such a great platform. Such a great platform. It's such a awesome, lucrative referral program and compensation plan attached to it that I tell people, if you want to make extra money, like this is the place to be. No knock on any other companies that are out there. We're talking about us. We're not talking about or comparing ourselves to anyone else because we are doing what we're doing together and everybody's winning and we're just excited about it. So when you're excited about stuff, you're supposed to share it, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. And I just wanted to kind of add to that because talking about Cody and Easton's vision, yesterday I was at the gym. I was talking to two 18-year-old kids, and I was just kind of asking them, what are you doing? What's the the next step? So one of the kids went to college last year, and what he said he wasn't focused. So now he's out of school. I said, so what's the plan now? And he's like, well, I put in applications and things like that to Target and to some other stores. And you can see, they're 18 years old and they're full of life. And so as I started sharing with them about the company, I hit them with, Cody and Easton's vision and that they are 24, 25-year-old guys that have created something that has brought so much exuberance and so much life to the organization. And the exciting thing is when you have young adults with great vision, it gets everybody else super excited. They're doing things that most Fortune 500 companies are not planning on doing, with their employees that are making them, tons of money and everything. These guys are putting things in place to make it exciting, like to be able to get up. It's like this. If you wake up in the morning and you're not excited about waking up, then you're probably not in the right
Come
place.
on, you better say it.
And so the thing that I see and I was sharing this with them, I'm able to see this with the people that I've surrounded myself with. So I look at, Ragan. Ragan is always like up and raring to go. She's calling me. Okay, we got to get you going. We got to get things in place. She is. I love the fact that she has the creative ability. She's imaginative. She's got all of these different ideas and things. And now she's surrounded herself around a few people that are able to take those things and execute on them. So it's a team, it's a family that is coming together. And some of the things that we're going to talk about today, as far as like, your gifts, your talents, pulling those things together is going to be able to help this entire company. And when this entire company blows up, that only means that we're able to have people all over the place to be able to reach out to different parts of the world and to draw people in so that they can realize their dreams and be able to expand and grow as well. So I'm excited about the youth of this company. And that doesn't mean that if you're older, you can't come into this. You are still youthful as long as it's here, in your mind. So you can come to this company And those dreams and things that you put away for so long, you can now bring those things back to the forefront of your mind and begin to live those things.
Yeah,
So
you're never too old to dream or set a new goal. I don't care how old you are. Like, I really don't. I know I'm not super old. I'm in my mid 30s, but my grandparents joined this company, you guys, just recently.
oh, wow.
Like, I am so excited that my grandpa is huge into he loves like gambling. He loves doing things, and just fun things like that. So I was like, I got a skill set for you, grandpa. Like, let's do this. And his health isn't the greatest. My grandma's health isn't the greatest, but they're just so excited to have some fun, have something to be excited about and to have fun with. So yeah, you're right. It's definitely the youth and the older communities and everyone in between. This thing is literally for everyone. Like, we don't have to sell anything at all. We can literally come into this company and have a lot of fun. Now, you're talking about gifts and all of this, and I'm telling you, it's all about taking people who have different gifts in their strengths and collectively working together. That's going to blow this company out of the water. Not everybody being the same. It's going to be about having the special uniqueness of the people who have strengths in their gifts coming together and working together. No one will even know about the other Forex companies that are out there, because the strength of the foundation of this company it's off the chain. I'm so excited.
I agree. Somebody said that's Jana. She said that's dope, Danielle.
Jana, that's my girl. She's part of my downline. That's my family there. I think I have several on today. I'm super excited about it. But Ragan,
I know.
Drop that video, girl. Drop that video.
Let me look at some of the, I know Sean Thomas is on here. I'm just kind of reading through the notes and people are just really excited. So I want to shout them out. Cynthia Huntley Millender, thanks for getting on. And let's see, some other people, it says Facebook users. So I'll have to go to my phone, guys, so I can shout you out. But
that's Takara. Takara. That's the Facebook user. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Love Takara. She is great energy. Sean Thomas said Ragan is my great grandmother.
Great grandma. Somebody else said, but they say distant cousin or something. Somebody said. I was cracking up. Guys, guess everyone in my organization, you're part of Ragan's too. It's like great.
We are
great.
We're connected.
We all the greats.
Yes. And Beth, she said she's excited. She's all in. Resigned from her job October 2nd, making Tradera a priority. Yeah. That is awesome. So excited.
Congratulations.
Let's see, Deborah, this is her first time. This is my first time and I'm super excited. So I don't know if she's saying it's her first time on our live or in a company, but whatever, we're happy to have you. We're excited with you. Real quick, so Justin, you talked about just being creative and having ideas and things like that. And I was watching Miles Monroe. So shout out to Ivory Star and Daryl Mickens Jr. I love them. They've been sending me so much stuff and just really blessing me, sending me a lot of Miles Monroe stuff, which I used to watch him back in the, years ago. So they kind of brought it back, and he talks a lot about kingdom building and kingdom principles. So you guys I'm going to be playing a lot of different stuff from Miles Monroe, because the late great Miles Monroe, because it's just so powerful. And he talked about, he was talking about Solomon, and he was talking about being wealthy is not just about having money. And he said, rich people don't talk about money, they talk about ideas. So Justin, you saying that, I'm a very creative person, but when I was working and trying to make ends meet, and I think Adrian Dynamite Sloan said, ends are never going to meet. They're not meant to meet. So whenever I was just thinking I was trying to make ends meet and trying to nickel and dime my hopes and dreams, it just wasn't working. So I'm thankful for Tradera, for this opportunity, because now I can sow into the creative things that I have sitting on the shelf. Sorry about the notifications.
You're okay.
Lots of people are commenting. Getting a lot of friend requests right now too. Stop, guys. Just wait till we're done. Then you can friend request. So I'm excited. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video. It's titled Stop Quitting on Your God-Given Gift. And then he talks about, what is your victory point? So I'm going to play just a few minutes of that, and then we're going to come back on here. So I'm going to hide you guys and spotlight this video. Second. Don't you love how that is? That's pretty cool. Actually, I could probably play it like this. That might be neat. You guys want to stay on here, or you want me to spotlight the whole video?
Yeah.
Probably spotlight the whole video.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, spotlight the whole video.
All right, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna turn our. Uh-oh.
Well, hey.
Hey, it was just all about you.
What is your victory point? What is that thing that clicks in your mind, your body, and your spirit when you know that you're living out your purpose? As a child, I always wondered why I studied Kobe Bryant, because his mindset, not that he was just great, but I saw something within him at an early age, but I knew there was something inside of me that could relate to him. It's that I never give up. And I'll fight when everyone else is down, when everyone else gives up, I will keep going. You have to find your victory point, but not just him, but other individuals that you can relate to, that you can look up to, that can help motivate you. Another person was Martin Luther King. He could have lived his life without standing up for individuals of the minority. He could have went on about his way and kept his mouth closed, where he knew he would be talked about. He knew he would be hurt. He knew that he wouldn't be treated right. But he spoke up for those people who didn't have a voice. What are you doing to give back to those individuals who don't have a voice? You may be hurt. You may be going through pain. You may have just gotten fired from your job today. You may have lost a loved one. But I tell you, there is hope for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a brighter day. But today, you have to deal with the problems and the situations that you go through. Go stronger, just another day. Your breakthrough is almost here. You need to go one more rep, just as hard as your last one, because your competitors are trying to outwork you today. Right now, stay in that gym just a few minutes longer. Go just a little harder, and you will come out on top with the victory. You may be an owner or CEO, and the company may be on the downfall, but that doesn't mean throw in the towel today. Keep going a little stronger. Hold on just a little while longer. I'm telling you, your breakthrough is right around the corner. You can't seem to find a job, or you don't know what to do next. The job's coming. Don't lose your faith. Don't give up. Don't quit. Ride through this storm, because on the other side, there's sunlight. There's hope. So you will know what it is once you make it. And you can help somebody make it to the other side. You've got to take a few more steps before you can see just the tip of the iceberg. And then you will have the faith to fight through everything you're going through.
Let me bring us back in.
Wow. Powerful.
I
Look at that. We're playing musical chairs. That's really funny. That video is so powerful, Ragan. Oh my gosh.
What spoke to you, Danielle?
I was just posting a comment in there, and this is a quote that I've been told by one of my mentors, of course, I typoed it, go figure. But one of my mentors through life is his name is Mike Humes, and he said to me, or he said on stage, and it's one of those things that sticks with me, quotes that stick with you and stay with you. They help you navigate through life. And that video just spoke completely to it. And one of his things that he has said was, you can never, ever stop a man or woman who will not give up. You can never stop them as long as they don't give up. But only one thing is guaranteed. There's only one thing guaranteed, and that is, if you quit, it will not happen. That's the only guarantee in life. Everything else is ups and downs. Everything else is a journey. Everything else is learning lessons. You win some. Sorry, that was my notification. You win some, you lose some. You go through it. But you can either just go through it or you can grow through it. It's your decision. But one thing is for sure, that if you quit, it's not going to happen. And that video just brought all the things together. When you're walking in purpose, everything's on purpose. If you quit, it's not going to happen. And while you're just going through the trenches, don't give up, because you cannot stop a man or woman who will not quit. And that's who I am. I don't quit. I might run into a wall 5, 6, 7 times before I walk through that doorway, but I'm not going to stop. I'm too hard-headed. I'm too strong-fed. I've been planted a vision in me too big to quit, because my vision isn't for me. It's so much bigger than just me. And everyone who gets aligned with me that's crossing my paths right now, today, in my life today, I've been in network marketing. I've shared this many times. 17 years I've been through the industry, and every company I was a part of, I am still a client to this day.
Hey, Danielle, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
That no quit that you have in you, where did that start from? Was it
Ooh, boy.
was
Justin?
there a point in your life that triggered that put that inside of you? Can you talk about that?
Ragan, why does he do that? He's like, all right, I got this shovel. Now let me just dig real deep. Here's the shovel. Now let me just shove down in there. So it comes from, I love you, Justin. You're so funny. But you do that every time we talk. He just digs it out of you so that you can really, it's worth it. I get it. It's there for somebody, because someone's actually going to catch this, and it goes so deep. Whenever you've lived your life, everybody has their own journey that they've been on in life. Everyone's gone through ups and downs. No one's ever just had a high their whole life, right? Everyone's had hard times. Everyone's had good times. Everyone has had the in-between, what I like to say, consolidation times. No pun intended, traders. But we have this life that has to keep going up and down. And I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for many years, and the heartbeat goes up and down, right? You can't actually live without a heartbeat that goes up and down. Life is the same way. You are not living, you are not going without the ups and downs. So just to dig a little bit into what you just asked, where it stems from for me is I've always been very tough on myself, but whenever I was younger and growing up, I experienced being bullied a lot as a child. I lived in a very political town, so athletics was not something that I was allowed to excel in until I moved out of that. Whenever I got into high school, I moved to a different state and a new school. I ended up with a full ride volleyball scholarship to play NAI Division I volleyball, and now I coach volleyball. I coach a travel league. I was able to blow up and expand because I didn't let the small-mindedness of where I came from define who I was going to be in my future. And all of that was my challenge as a child. Whenever I was very young, to say, everyone would tell me, Danielle, your personality is too big. You need to dial it back. Even when I was in high school, whenever the coach says give 100%, he'll look at me and he'll say, Danielle, I just need 85, because I'm on a 10. I am on a mission. Everything I do, if I choose to do it, I pour my everything into it. And until God smacks me in the face and says, stop, pump the brakes, I'm going to go full force, fledge ahead. And I've had I've literally been knocked to sickness. The most recently when I was going so hard, where I didn't have the worst case of COVID, but I did get hit with COVID, and it made me sit my butt down. Like I say, it's like God, like whenever your dad grabs your shoulders and pushes you down on the chair and says, sit. That's
Mm.
exactly what happened to me, and that was just recently, but I can recall moments in my life where that all happened, but it all stemmed back to in my childhood whenever I was dealing with adversity, always. It was always, "You're too much, your personality's too big, you talk too much, you don't need to put so much into whatever you're doing." It was always these things, but for some reason inside me, I had to do it. And I didn't get satisfaction unless I gave it everything I had whenever I did it. So then it would be like you would go and you get punched back, and then you go and you get punched back. And so it's always been this fight. But then whenever I got aligned in network marketing, when I was 17 years old, I was directly connected to one of the top pink Cadillac earners in the company of Mary Kay. I then later on became part of other network marketing companies, but when I did, I was always got attached to the top leadership of the entire company. I maneuver my way there because I've always believed that if I surrounded myself with greatness, I would become great. If I surround myself with the people doing what I want to do and they're doing it successfully, I will be successful doing it because I'm going to have not that I'm going to become that person, but I'm going to find where I fit for my greatness in what they're doing. It was just this, I don't know, it was something that was laid on me. And so it came with this desire that was, even whenever someone pushes back and someone pushes back, I always knew inside that there was a reason I was the way I was. That doesn't mean I didn't suffer with self-confidence issues, because I did. I went through a lot of thinking like, well, heck, why am I like this? Why am I over the top? Why am I too much for most people? Why is my personality so big? Well, it's because I'm designed for bigger than where I was.
Mm.
And I'm designed for bigger than where I am. And I'm designed for where I'm going. And so I have to just keep that in my mind. So every time I take a punch, I basically don't let it completely knock me off. It may push me back, but I get back up and keep going. I'm an athlete. I'm competitive. I'm one of 6 children. I'm the second oldest of 6 children. So it's always been a battle for the best cookie or whatever it was, you know. And so I have it instilled in me. I'm a daddy's girl. My dad is very competitive football player. He said it. I'm basically the son he never had when it came to athletics. My sister was a cheerleader. My brother's a musician. And so I was the jock. I ran track. I ran hurdles. I did high jump. I was top in the state of Oklahoma whenever I competed, but I always put my all into everything I was doing. And anyways, that's kind of where it comes from. It was just a developmental stage all the way through my life. This didn't happen overnight. Where I'm at today didn't happen overnight. My success in Tradera didn't happen overnight. It took my whole life to prepare me to where I'm at today. And where I'm at today is not where I'm going. Where I'm at today is the stepping point for that. And I just have to stay focused on that and believe that, because as long as I do that, I'm never going to give up,
I love that.
because no one can stop me if I don't give up.
You're absolutely right. I love that, Danielle, because I always talk about not quitting. And then, you know, you are a big personality, because it's a big world out here. So we're supposed to impact the world, right? We're supposed to leave our mark. So, you know, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing in anything that you do. I don't care if it's just a one-on-one conversation, like, you are inspiring. I'm excited to connect with you, had a conversation with you, and just getting to know you. And I feel like that's what this platform is going to be about when we bring people on, Justin, is just getting to know our Tradera community, because there are so many powerful people in here, and us coming together. It's just, we're going to be unstoppable. And I always tell people, as long as you don't quit, you know, you're going to get to your goals. You may not get there as fast as somebody else gets there, but we run our own race. I do want to say it's 11:03, but we have training. Miss Megan Lynch, she's part of our Tradera community, one of our legends over here. She has a training at 11 o'clock. We have multiple devices. So I need you guys to jump on your other device, plug into the training, webinar now.info, password shark in all caps. get on your other device. A lot of us have multiple phones or laptops, all that stuff. So make sure you guys jump on training so you're showing up there. So whenever they get started over there, we're not going to be too much longer. It's been a blessing to have Danielle on. So I'm not trying to cut anything short. I did want to say real quick, I had gotten a quote. Someone had said it. Who was that? Ramon Cromwell. He's in our Tradera community, amazing gentleman, just great spirit. And he had said a quote from Richard Branson. And I love Richard Branson. For those who don't know who Richard Branson is, I found him on Shark Tank because I love Shark Tank. You have billionaires on there, multi-millionaires and billionaires that are sewing into other people's lives. So I love that platform and that show, because he said, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. A lot of times people will not feel like they're good enough, Danielle, being bullied and things like that, or just doing something new. And we only, most of the time people only think about making money one way, and we know that. They think that if you don't have a job and you're doing other things, then it's a scam. No, there's entrepreneurs and people in this world that are bringing their visions to life, and because they're entrepreneurs, and there's platforms out there. I used to say, you drive through neighborhoods with really big houses, and I'm like, I'm gonna go knock on some doors and like, what do you guys do for a living? Because there's so many opportunities out there and so many different professions that we don't know about. People are always, with their kids, doctor, lawyer, nurse, what else, like singer, something like that. But there's so many other professions out there. And then there's so many other ways to make money. Uh-oh, Justin went away for a second. Green screen. You're on it's like all green.
I see him. I still see him.
You do?
You see?
Yeah, it must be your end.
Let me make sure that it.
Yeah, it's on the live too. I see him on the live.
We're good then. It just went like completely like green screen for me. That's weird.
His smile's too big. He's like smiling, and all of a sudden it just took over the whole screen. That's so funny. Okay.
But
now,
but I love the fact that, this is an opportunity for people to really shine bright. You said you always connect with the top people when you go into other companies. And it's funny you mentioned Mary Kay, because in the beginning of this opportunity, when we enrolled into the academy, it was like, hey, I prayed Mary Kay longevity over this business, because there's people. I remember my mom being in Mary Kay back in the 80s, didn't even know it was affiliate marketing or network marketing back then. So it's just so many different ways. So if anybody that's watching this and you're not a part of our community, you see what type of people, and you're going to see even more people as we bring our Tradera community on, of what type of people you will align yourself with, like Danielle was talking about, just connecting with great people. And then, that's just going to push you and elevate you to the next level. Even if you don't feel like you can do it, I always tell people, I used to say, with any kind of training, I can do anything. Maybe not surgery right away, but I said anything. I can do anything if somebody trains me and tells me exactly what to do. And that's the thing I love about our opportunity and our community, that we have a system in place. So if you don't feel like you can do it, say yes anyway. We're going to tell you exactly what you need to do to be successful. So we're all on the same playing field. So, I did want to add that we just have amazing training and support over here. And then our community is just, we're just the epitome of a real family business over here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, wow. I just want to add to one of the best things I think about network marketing, any company, right? Any company. And as you were just talking about all the different professions that are out there to make money, all the different ways to make money. And I truly believe that you don't have to be the carbon copy of someone else to be successful. You can develop in your own gift. You can, if you channel your own special gift, you have your gift for a reason. Stop trying to be someone else. Everybody else is taken. You're available. Everyone else is taken. So be you and find your way in where you are. Find your way in the gift that you've been given. Because here's the God honest truth. And this is what I'm learning in this company over every other company I've ever been a part of and where I'm at today. It's a lot easier when I'm being me than when I'm trying to be somebody else.
That's good stuff. Go ahead, Jess.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm just taking everything in, but Danielle, I don't know if you remember the last time that we had talked, and you were sharing some things, and I was like, oh, I got something I need to share with you. And I was like, no, I'll wait until we have another conversation and get you on our platform or whatever. And so I really think like now is the time. And so this is for you and for for the others that are out here listening. So some of the things that you talked about, you were bullied because many times because of your personality. And so sometimes we don't necessarily recognize our gifts and our talents. And so there has to be um, alternative ways for God to get you to understand and to show you what your gift is. And so it seems like a hindrance when people are coming at you and against you. But what it was able to do is for someone to tell you that, hey, everybody 100%, but Danielle, I need you at 85%. He was actually letting you know what your gift was. And so it's infectious. The reason why you are able to connect with leaders wherever you go, whatever company you are with, you're able to connect with them. It's solely because of your gift. It's solely because of your personality. Your personality makes room for for everything else. And let every one of you know that God creates nothing without a gift in it. So even to the lowest element, I want you to think about this, even to the lowest element, you can go outside and scoop up dirt, but dirt is a gift. He formed man out of that.
Wow.
You understand? And all of the elements and everything that it contains, it are valuable resources for the entire world, right? And so nothing has been created without a gift. And so since you have a gift, you've been sent to deliver that gift. You have an obligation to not only yourself, but to other people, because he sent you here with that gift to be able to give it, right? So you were talking about, not quitting, not giving up, and the peaks and the valleys. And I was listening to that, and I'm like, most of the time, people, whenever they hit the valley, that is like their lowest point. And so today, I want people to start to transform and change your mindset on these things, because if you're at the lowest point, then what does that mean? A peak is coming. So you should actually be excited about being in that valley point, because you're on the rise. The rise is coming, right? So I want to go to the scriptures, and it was funny because Sean Hayes had posted this a part of the scripture, but I want you guys to hear this, because this is like one of my go-tos all the time, and it's so powerful. This is in, I'll type it in, but it's in Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. It says, my son or daughter, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So when most people hear temptation, they think of it as a negative thing. But when you are understanding and walking in your purpose, you understand that that temptation is not to destroy you. God's not set out to destroy you, but that temptation is to bring you closer to him, right? So listen to this. He says, so set your heart aright, get your mind right, and listen, constantly endure. So if he tells you to constantly endure, he's telling you that there's going to be these things that are going to constantly be coming. It's going to seem like it's coming against you, But as you begin to push through those things, you're going to grow. He says, and make not haste in time of trouble. So when those troubled times come, he says, don't run from it, because that's what people tend to do. They want to go and hide. He says, don't run from it. He says, but cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou may be increased at thy last end. So you are constantly increasing. As you are moving forward, you're constantly increasing. To the world around you and to the people that are around you, they may see you at this low place, and they've counted you out, but all the while you are actually increasing. He says, whatsoever is brought upon you, take it cheerfully.
Wow.
Whatever is brought upon you, take cheerfully. That is a total mindset shift. That's a mindset difference that you carry when you have the understanding. He says, and be patient when you are changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men or women in the furnace of adversity. So he says, you're going to have to, in order to get closer to me, you got to go through the fire. You've got to be purified. You've got to go through the adversity. And he says, believe in him and he will help you. Order your way aright and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside lest you fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him and your reward shall not fail. So everybody that is actually going through certain things, begin to look at this from a totally different perspective and know and understand that you're going through these things not to destroy you. These things are not to destroy you. These things are to make you better. And so when you come out of it, you know, it's like I tell my kids all the time. It's like, you know, when they want something and they have a bad attitude about it, and me being their father, I was going to give it to them anyway. So what happens whenever we come out of that and I actually do give it to them, then they're sitting there looking like, oh shoot, you know, I shouldn't have been, you know, I shouldn't have had the bad attitude, you know, all of these things. So we have to do the same thing, you know, when we're looking at the things that happen in our life, to know that when we're in that valley point, that there's a peak that's coming. And so we should get excited because we're in that valley point.
Wow.
So
Wow.
That was powerful.
Yeah.
That was powerful. And I love it, Justin, because, you know, this is our platform to share our hearts with the people. And, you know, everyone doesn't believe the same way that we believe. But just like I gave a quote from Richard Branson, it's great stuff. So, you know, for those who may not believe, or you know, you're quoting from the Bible, but those are still powerful words. So even if you get in your feelings at all, because you may not believe or you may not read the Bible, you still got it. You read books, don't you? And you quote books and things like that. So we're quoting a powerful book right here, with powerful information that if you take those words in, it's going to change your life. Doesn't matter what you believe. So I just felt that in my spirit. You know, I'd be hearing y'all like, okay.
yeah,
No,
and you know, Ray, with even saying that is, you know, I've got books all around me, you know, so I've got all kind of books. So there's nuggets in everything. You can talk to a little kid and learn something, you know, so it doesn't matter. I don't just read, you know, straight from the Bible. I have a whole library here of all different types of genres and everything else, because I always know that if I come into contact with someone, I want to find out, what do they know that I don't know, and what can I learn from them? And it may just be something small.
Yeah, I want to add to that real quick. I am unapologetically a Christian, right?
Yeah.
And what I believe and I feel where you're coming from in your spirit, because what's going to happen is the person that word was for, which I'm going to tell you right now, it was for me. I know it was, but it was for a lot of people that are listening, and for the people who are going to listen later. And there's a reason why it said, and it doesn't matter where it comes from. He didn't even have to say where it came from because the words are meant for what they're for. And that is simply put that it is a lesson, it is a revelation,
Mhm.
and you can get revelations from everywhere. I can get revelation from walking down the street. So those
Yep.
words were meant for someone, and everything that we talked about today, I think, is going to impact many people that watch it. And so I am super thankful for all the nuggets we get from everywhere. Everywhere. I get nuggets from Ragan just by talking to her on the phone for 20 minutes. I get
Yeah.
nuggets from Megan just by answering the phone and saying hello to her, you know. And every time I talk to Justin, my partner Terry, every time I talk to him, he drops something in my spirit that I'm like, "Ooh, okay, this is to make me better," you know. And
Shout out to
on
Terry.
the
Terry Haichi, I'm saying his last name right,
yeah,
correct?
Yeah.
yeah,
I love Terry. I just met him for the first time, got to have a conversation with him. I was on one of their calls, and just his energy. You know, I love a really good spirit and energy, because I used to say, you know, back in the day, like going through a whole lot of stuff. I'm glad, you know, I'm not saying I'm not going to go through stuff again, but like I'm glad that those days are behind me. Because I used to always say, if I'm not laughing, I'm crying. So I'm always cracking jokes. Justin knows I'm always saying something, even when I'm talking about the worst things that I'm going through. Like, we're laughing about it, and he's just shaking his head. So Terry, like being on that call, you guys' webinar, it was just, I loved it because the energy and the joking and the laughing, because we all need that. Doesn't matter, you know, if we're going through things, if somebody makes us laugh, that's why we have comedians, um, you know, so we can feel better, right? And Terry, his spirit was just so great. So I wanted to give a shout out to Terry. I'm gonna call you. I know he called me yesterday, so I'm gonna call you when I get off of here, Terry. But just amazing people that we're meeting. You know, I met him through you, you know, and he just blessed my spirit. So I just wanted to say
oh,
that.
thank you. He's gonna feel so special that you even just shouted him out. But he is a great partner. He's my tag team. Like, we do everything through this business together. We move together. We grow together, and we do all of that. And what we're doing is creating a culture of the people coming in with us, because we don't want everyone to come in and just be steadfast that, oh, I got to take this so serious that I've got to be laser focused and that this is all I can do. You know, if you that's been done so much in network marketing, and especially in the foundation of what my community is that's coming in, because it's a little different than just typical network marketing. And so you have this mindset of individuals where you don't want to scare them, you don't want to put fear in them, you don't want to feel like you're shoving a you know, down their throats that they have to do this A, B, and C right now, do it now. But if you have fun coming in and have fun once you get there, and then you build relationships through the process, guys, you watch. You watch, Reagan. Your leg, I'm gonna let you know, it's gonna be the most retained leg in this company, because we're building culture. We're not just coming in and doing a business, we're building relationships. We're building future for not our kids, but our children's children. And one thing that Terry says all the time, and I always steal it from him, everyone talks about passing on generational wealth. But if you pass on generational wealth and they don't know what to do with it, they're going to lose it. But if you pass on generational knowledge, even if they make a bad business move and lose everything, they know how to get it back. And so we're teaching generational knowledge. This company is allowing us to teach generational knowledge. Cody and Easton, I commend them. If I was 24 years old, woo! And I had their brains.
I know
Come
it.
on, somebody. Look, I'm the motivator. I'm not the brains behind the action, but man, am I so thankful for them, because
Yeah.
they're going to inspire. They've inspired so many people, but they've given us a platform to pass on generational knowledge, which means these children and their children's children and everyone who actually plugs into this company and learns the skill set and learns what it is, because it's not going away. That's the thing. This will never go away. It can't. Because of that, children's children, they will be wealthy forever as long as they continue to pass it on. And that's some nuggets I take from him. He says it all the time on our call, but generational knowledge is so much more powerful than generational wealth, because we're called to leave an inheritance to our children's children. It doesn't say money. It doesn't say money. It says an inheritance. An inheritance can be many things. And I truly believe that it comes down to the mindset of those children and the knowledge that they have to be able to not just create, but recreate if needed. So.
That was powerful. I love that. I always say Johnson and Johnson family money, because they're carrying that on. Does their generation of the Johnson and Johnson family, do they want to sell baby powder and all that stuff? Maybe not, but they've set themselves up so now they can, be a part of that generational knowledge that, they had the knowledge to put that company together way back when, and now all of these generations are getting a chance to benefit from it. It is pretty powerful, and then they can sow into whatever they want to do, whatever their hopes and dreams are. And that's why I say with Cody and Easton, we just ride their vision.
So you guys brought up Terry. One of the things that really stuck out to me, and since we are talking about gifts and talents and things of that nature, one of the things that really stood out when my daughter and I met you guys was that you had formed a team, like a team to be able to grind together. And so you guys recognized each other's gifts. And so Terry and Tony, and how the three of you guys were coming together and you were plotting and planning, that was, I love that. Whenever I sat down, and I wanted to pull that nugget, from you guys, and to be able to share with everybody else. And then the other thing with what you guys were just sharing on, that wealth and that inheritance and being able to pass things down, and really, one of the main things that you're able to pass down is time to think. So the wealth that is passed down, it gives people time to sit and come up with different ideas and to have a creative imagination. That is the thing that poor people lack. They don't have time to think. They're always like, like you said, trying to make ends meet, and they're, don't have time to do this, don't have time to do that. Whenever you look at people that have passed on wealth to their children, they're able to sit and listen in conversations. They're able to be around people that are sharing different ideas and everything. And then so what comes out of it? Because I guarantee you that anything that is created, it starts with a thought first, right? So this is what you guys are doing, those of you who have children, those of you who are planning on having children, and you want to pass something down to them. Give them the time to think. Give them the time to be creative.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, this is a powerful call, Ragan. Oh,
it is. I'm pretty excited about this.
I know. I kind of want to do it again.
Definitely. We're going to have you back on. I know we've been on here for a little bit. There's still 38 or more people that are joining in. And the great thing is, on the playback, we'll have thousands of views. And I really believe, like, this platform, because it wasn't just an idea that I had, let me go live. Like, I fought this, guys, because I don't like to be out there, and I was nervous talking to people, and I fought this. So that's what I'm saying. You got to get out of your comfort zone and just be led. Be led. And if it's uncomfortable, it's for a reason. You have to get out of your comfort zone to be great. You really do. We have greatness inside of us, all of us, but you have to get out of your comfort zone to be great. I always tell people, when I get off my calls and things like that, or I give them the knowledge, Danielle, to like build their business. Because a lot of times people will be like, well, can you just do it? Can you do? No, I've given you the training. I have a training Tuesday and Thursday to help people really branch out and be leaders and run our system. So that way their business isn't stagnated waiting on who they think is a top leader, when you need to know that you are a top leader, even if you haven't gotten there yet. So I'm talking to our business community right now. Even if you haven't gotten there in rank yet, you have greatness inside of you. You got to pull it out. So with the training and the connection and the everything that we offer over here in our community, on top of the academy and all the education, a skill set that you're going to carry on forever. You know, I have a 23-year-old son, soon almost 24 years old in December, and he trades. Like, he's trading every day. He understands it. When he comes home, he's telling me different stuff, and I'm like blinking, like, okay, trend lines and all this stuff. Danielle trades. So Danielle really trades. I take advantage of part of our membership where we're with the trade alerts, where I'm able to, you know, do what our traders are doing in the market.
That's all I do. That's all I do, Ragan. All I do is copy and paste signals. But I'm learning.
Yes.
I'm learning. Look, I got through support and resistance. That's step 1 in the back office. So I'm going through support and resistance, and I'm just having fun learning about it, though. It's so. But guys, the community is the best. That's my favorite part. That's where we really build this company. We build loyalty is by building culture. And if we build the culture like what us 3 are sharing right now, could you imagine this multiplied by thousands and thousands?
I see it. That's what was really given to me. Like, meet the Tradera community. I got that when we went to Tampa in August. And then I met tons of people that I didn't know existed. Andre Russell and Adrian Dynamite Sloan and Guy Sean Coates. Like, oh my God.
I love him.
Met so many different people, young people. And sorry, can you guys hear that in the background? There's people talking. Barely. Okay, great. But, you know, I met so many great people that I didn't know existed. And so now that we're getting out and we're moving around, we have an event in Houston. Justin and Danielle will be there. Miss Megan Lynch, she will be there. Dominique Barbie, she will be there. So you guys will get to know these names. And as we bring more people on, Justin, for a segment like this where we're meeting the community, it is going to multiply, because I'm doing what I'm purposed to do. But what I had to do is get out of my comfort zone first and get on live. You know, I was rambling on for a while, like just talking they were still good, but I was talking, but I would have a topic. And then Justin and I was showing him the platform. So we were on like this, like offline, and we're just talking for like an hour instead of being on the phone. Justin and I are just talking, and we were talking about our relationships and things like that. I mean, Justin's my blood brother, guys. So if you don't know that, and we just have a fantastic relationship and dynamic. I feel like between us, we can have the deepest conversations, but they're still funny. Like, we quote movies all the time, you know, so it's a lot of fun. But we were doing this on a live or offline, Danielle, and I was like, I've got to bring you on. So we've been doing this together since then. And I don't even want to get on here by myself anymore. I'm like, so I'm not getting on, because sometimes people have a fear of success, you know, and I feel like I had that. I knew I'm destined for greatness and things are going to happen, but it almost made me nervous because I knew I was going to have to get out of my comfort zone. So I'm telling you guys who are listening, who aren't a part of our Tradera community, we got you. Like, we have everything laid out for you to be great, to give you the knowledge, the generational knowledge to carry on through your families. People who are already in our Tradera community, don't quit. I always tell people when they sign up, welcome to the family. You are going to do great things as long as you follow our system and our training and you don't quit. So if you're in here and you're thinking you're in our community, you're thinking about quitting at all, do not. Like, this is the best personal development. You're going to grow so much. You're going to grow in your finances, grow in your personal development, grow in your relationships. One thing, because we connect with people and other entrepreneurs, somebody had messaged me like, hey, where'd you get those earrings at? You guys like those?
No, that's right. I love those earrings, for real.
You like these?
I know. I need some of those in my life. Those are so cute.
So my pastors, DJ Roberts and Amber Roberts, reached out to me. They're my pastors now, so I reconnected with them because they reached out to me. I hadn't seen them in probably, 10 years or longer, but they are a big part of who I am today because they encouraged me when I was at my lowest point. So thank you guys so much just for sewing into me all those years. And when they started seeing me out front, they're like, something's going on. So let me reach out to her. So they came into the Tradera community doing phenomenal. DJ is at Noble, $1,000 a month. Amber is at 500 a month. Night, but really, really close to Noble. So they brought a lot of income into their household in a short period of time. They haven't been in here very long, but she has her own business. She's an entrepreneur. So love Amber. That's where I got my earrings. I'll post it in the comments. So if you guys want to get some jewelry from her, she has hair, all kind of stuff. She's an amazing entrepreneur in her own right. That's why when she came over here, she's just doing amazing things. So shout out to Love Amber, Miss Amber Roberts, and I'll put the link in there if you guys want to get some jewelry from her.
Oh,
Can she hook me up with some hair?
I know. Yeah, Justin needs some help in that area.
Brother.
We need to get him a good wig made.
Yes, make wigs, ladies.
That's so funny.
But anyways, I was saying
Hey,
that because of the community, and we just meet so many great people. It's just not all about trading and making a lot of money, but I can buy some earrings now because of Tradera.
Hello.
Go ahead, Justin.
No, I was just gonna say, what you said, getting out of your comfort zone, you see right there, somebody else was watching you. And so you're helping to change somebody else's life just by getting out of your comfort zone. And so, that's for everybody. You was talking about like fear of success, and that's like a real thing because many of us, we all have been programmed in some way. And so the beautiful thing about that being in an organization like this is that you can come over and you can be around other people that can help reprogram you. So that there isn't that fear of success, that there isn't that fear of failure, but people will be here to help you and build you up, lift you up. And then just by being around people, you're gonna like, okay, I can do this. I know that person was not speaking before out in front of everybody, and now they're out, speaking, and they look comfortable and everything. I can do that too, so just to share basically with what you were saying, Ray, because I know where you were behind the scenes and everything, and now you're out in front, and people love it. People love you. They love to see